He's gonna slow walk away.
Yep.
See the guy in like the fake Rangers jersey?
Yeah.
Fake hockey jersey? Because it's the Rangers colors and it looks like the Rangers, but it's not. Because I know they probably didn't get the license for it.
Yeah. I see y'all to finally start dispersing. Of course, now you're just piling up over here.
Yeah.
Even the cops don't know what to do.
He just left the car there.
Yeah.
You're the reason for traffic in New York.
This is true.
Oh my god, a squirrel! I don't think I've ever noticed that they put squirrels in the game. That's cute. As he just lunges and attacks you. Oh my god! Hey, look, another one!
Oh. That is pretty cool. Nice little touch.
Yeah, those are cool little touches.
Something they really have to do when you don't spend a lot of time on the ground.
Yeah, for real.
Oh, you too?
He is confused. Hey, high five!
Yeah.
What's up, Spider Guy?
Woo. I go by Spider Cop. I like that I got experience for that.
Yeah.
Can I high five the squirrel? Come on, squirrel.
So, to the lab?
Yeah, I should probably
Actually head to the lab.
Yeah, I should probably actually get out of the street and do some work.
Do some work, Spider Cop. So, so I met Mick Foley at one of the comic conventions, and super nice guy, super down to earth, super loves the fans, really cool dude.
Mm-hmm.
I was in on it. I was watching his panel, and there was a kid dressed up as Spider-Man, like a teenager dressed up as Spider-Man. And Mick called the kid up to the table, and because the kid was going to ask him a question, and they sang the Spider-Man theme song together at the table. And Mick Foley knew essentially every single word.
He would.
Yeah, he was a super nice guy. He brought Sacco with him, like he just brings it with him to the conventions. He was a really nice guy, super humble.
Yeah, nah, he's always seemed like he would be. Like,
yeah, because you can tell some wrestlers are arrogant.
Yeah.
But no, Foley was definitely super nice.
Sneak in some spider
Yep.
work.
He's tall as shit.
Yeah, his book is definitely still one of my favorites that I've read.
We're trying to improve the prosthetics hardware.
He wrote a book?
I should review what Doc's been developing.
He has like his.
Double-check his
I mean, he's wrote a few, but
It was like a memoir?
there's one that like his autobiography of him, from early age to trying to get into wrestling. And,
Okay.
Through all that. It's a fun little detail of a lot of that stuff. But I believe he's also written like some children's books.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool. I didn't know that. I didn't know he did that.
Yep.
But no, he was tall. I didn't expect him to be as tall as he was because he's short compared to the rest of the guy wrestlers.
Yeah. You just realize how tall all of them.
Yeah. Like, he's short compared to The Undertaker. Mick Foley's like 6'4".
Yeah.
The dude's a giant. So that just makes you think, so if he's 6'2", 6'4",
Turn for Doc and
how
Cobb.
tall is The Undertaker and Kane and all of them?
They're like just under 7 foot or so.
Oh my god. They're behemoths.
Yeah. Because I believe the Big Show that was
The
over
Big Show
is over 7 feet, I think. And then you had the Great Khali.
That dude's like 8 foot tall.
Like just massive.
Uh-oh.
Hey,
Doc Ock got Chinese. You want Chinese?
Chinese.
You can order
If I know
Chinese.
you'd be
That or
there.
cows.
I'm fine with either.
Not sponsored by cows.
Or Chinese.
But I would, because I like their food.
It's not what it looks like.
No, of course not.
I don't know what you...
This is like having your uncle walking on you jerking off. Like, this is essentially the level of awkward that has happened. Like, oh my god, I'm so sorry.
But I was afraid that if word got out...
I've never watched hentai. This was the one time.
Yes.
No, I just found this in the trash. I was fixing it up.
I found it in your room.
You're bound to be a target too.
Are you happy?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I totally am into hentai, Uncle Octavius. I'm glad we can bond over this now.
I'll leave you to it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll leave you to it, kid.
Yeah, please shut and lock the door. Something I probably should have did first.
Yeah, it's amazing how smart Peter is, but he constantly forgets about doors and how they lock. Can you imagine how hard of a sleeper you have to be to let somebody stick a Post-it to your face?
Check your
Yeah.
bag.
I mean, a generic brand sticky pad
Yeah.
paper.
Hope this isn't how Doc fires me.
I'm pretty sure you would know if you were fired.
Peter.
Oh yeah, for
The
sure.
revelation of your second job as Spider-Man suit crafter.
Oh, should I read this out loud?
Is that the right term?
Subject,
Is
just a
reminder
thought.
of the
Peter!
friend and partner you are.
The revelation of your second job as Spider-Man suit crafter, is that the right term? Is a reminder of the good... He's not reading that out loud, is he?
He is.
Motherfucker, David! How dare you!
Sketching out some of my own improvements.
I took my headphones out for all of these recordings, and you're just letting me make a fool of myself?
He does so much
We
for
will
us.
never jerk off again.
Looking forward to the incredible work that you
Just
do.
wait to see how long it took you before it sunk in. Wait a minute, I think he's
I didn't remember.
yeah.
Whatever, you got a good Peter out of me.
Yep. You always got to get a good Peter.
Peter!
White
Oh,
Spider,
family.
huh?
Peter!
Hmm.
Which is another voice actor / actor. What's his name? Warburton? You know him, the big guy. You
Yeah.
can see his face. His last name, I think, is Patrick Warburton. I'm gonna Google it now. Oh, so these are the suits you get because of the DLC. Other than that suit, which is the generic game suit.
Mm-hmm.
So feel free to look at all of them. You've unlocked all of... Well, you can... So you have to buy the suits. Okay? So you notice the requirements. You have 4 backpack tokens and 6 crime tokens. You need 1 and 2. You get those just from doing the Yuri stuff.
Yeah.
So you can go ahead and buy that suit. It's a good suit. But now you can look at the rest of them and see. So this is your suit power. This is like your super that you get that I was talking about. I don't think you have the one that I found the most convenient yet. This is good. This essentially makes you stronger and resilient to damage. It heals you, I think, a little bit too. It's not a bad one. It's a good one. So click X, and then you'll get suit mods, which are like the items you get. For the most part, I stuck to the same ones. For what happened? Oh, it went to a load screen. I was like, Peter, no!
Come back!
Peter.
Peter, come back.
Peter, come back. Let me look up that guy's name. I think it's Patrick Warburton.
It might be. I'm just blanking at the moment. Distracted by being...
Yeah, Patrick Warburton.
Yeah.
He was Buzz Lightyear in the animated show, the Disney animated show.
Ah, yes.
That was where I first learned his voice.
Yeah. Look at that fresh new suit.
Yeah.
That I'm gonna dirty up immediately.
It's a cool design. I like this suit.
It really is.
Like, I like the white. I didn't think I would at first, but it really grows on you. And they did a comic series of the story, and then they did like a one-off for Spider-Verse 2 with this suit in it. It's a cool suit. I like it. I would be 100% down if they did just a comic series with this suit.
Yeah.
But go back into the menu when you get a moment.
I'll just get up here.
Spider-Man, I think
Or
I figured
fail to
out
get
how
up there.
Spider-Man are keeping his rackets running.
I'll just settle right here instead.
Just land on the
Shut
roof.
down. Was
I think
arrested?
it's the touchpad.
No,
so
it's one
go
of
over
his
to
legitimate
suits.
businesses.
So you can pick items. I really only use the same items kind of the whole game. There's a couple
But
that are
now
good.
you've got that, right?
That's
You'll-
why I
you'll
hope
pick a
you
few,
keep an eye on the location.
and those will probably be the
Tell
ones
me
you
if
stick with.
see anything suspicious.
Go to suit powers.
You got it. I'll be your nosy neighborhood
None of
spy.
those are the ones I really used. Battle Fury, which you have, is good. That one isn't bad because that like helps you fight things.
Mm-hmm.
That one, meh, that's not that great. Go up to suits. So you've got that suit, you've got the ripped suit, you've got the original Spider-Man suit, you've got Spider-Man Noir, you've got Spider-Punk, you've got the movie Iron Spider suit. That one's really cool. That's a Velocity suit. It's like made of metal. That one you won't get until you find all the backpacks. And then the web suit from the original Spider-Man movies, the Tobey Maguire movies.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember what suit you get the power up that I like, but you notice they unlock as you level up, and then you can purchase them. So, go back over. Web Blossom is the attack that I like, the super that I like. So essentially, you jump in the air and you let out like an AoE web attack, and it gums up a lot of people. So if you're surrounded, or like there's a lot of people with guns, it really helps out. I use that the whole game.
I can understand why. That seems quite a useful ability.
It's very useful. So you can always equip the different supers with whatever suit you want. You just have to buy the suit to get the super.
That's pretty cool. So
So if you wanted the white suit, you could get this, re-equip the suit, and then change the suit power. So now you have the new suit power on, and you can just change the suit.
Nice.
And so you have Web Blossom.
That is pretty cool. Instead of being stuck with...
and so these are the different mods you can see. Essentially, you can only have 3 of them at a time. But they reduce certain types of damage. By the end of the game, for me, I think I was really using the bullet resistance and the health ups.
Yeah, the general stuff you typically go with.
Yeah. So, again, to get those, you have to unlock them with crime tokens and stuff like that.
Yeah. So definitely just doing a lot of crime.
Yeah.
Stopping.
So anyway, Peter! Back to wrestling conversation, because I had something I wanted to say after Mick Foley. I remember... So we've both been off and on watching wrestling growing up. You know, a lot when we were kids, off again, and then again when we were teens quite a bit. And then off and on, really, as adults, because it's not that great anymore.
No.
The wrestlers just... The personalities they have, I'm not a big fan of.
It's also just one of those things, like, after a while, it's kind of like TV shows that last, like, too long.
Yeah.
Like, you eventually run out of ideas, or you just kind of start repeating the same type of storylines over and over.
Yeah, and when it's no longer the people you grew up with, it's different. Like, so, Undertaker's, like, retired now. And so, for me, that's a big thing. Like, I loved Undertaker. But I also, you know, watched wrestling during the start of John Cena, Eddie Guerrero, Rey Mysterio, Chris Benoit, and then half of them died.
Yeah.
And that's kind of when I fell out of it. Like, when Eddie Guerrero died, because that was after Chris Benoit killed himself, unfortunately.
Yeah, that was a very,
That was...
You're
ridiculous, man.
I'm at a Fisk construction
just
site,
him?
and there's a lot of guys here who aren't exactly constructors.
Chris Benoit.
What are they doing?
Google, because I don't want to spread bad information about Chris Benoit.
Sorry, I didn't fully hear you over them
Just
talking.
got a text from Doc.
Chris Benoit hurt his
Looks
family,
like he
too?
attached an
Yeah.
idea for
He
a
killed his family?
Spidey gadget.
Yep.
Man, does he ever
Yeah, that was a
stop
whole
inventing?
tragedy. Because I loved him as a wrestler. He was a good wrestler.
Yeah, because I had watched him from back when he was with the WCW before WWF. So it was definitely one of those things that just, you know, obviously as somebody who didn't know his personal life, felt like it just came out of nowhere.
Yeah, his wife and his son.
Yep.
Oh, God. It goes to show the toll that takes on your body, honestly.
Yeah, which is the thing they kind of...
Because they said it was like a concussion-based depression. And,
and that's the thing a lot of people overlook is, they're not legitimately going out there.
They're not fighting, but it's an athletic.
Yeah, you're still getting slammed around and this and that, night in and night out. Because even outside the ones they show on TV, they're doing it
almost every day. Yeah, they film it twice a week, but... Well, if you're on one of them, they film it once a week. But if you go back and forth between the two, but they do it easily 5-6 days a week.
Yeah,
This
like
looks like it could
unless
work.
you're the top guy who only really does it, that you're constantly.
And in which case, then you're practicing.
Yep.
Should have brought my glasses.
So now you have gadgets. But no, that's when I watched it, was with Chris Benoit and Eddie Guerrero, and that was early 2000s, start of John Cena.
Mm-hmm.
And then, Eddie Guerrero passed and Rey Mysterio retired. Not retired, but he went back to, I think, smaller rings because of that. I think he went back to the Mexican League and things like that.
Yeah.
Oh no! Did you use all of your impact webs? Oh no, you have to, still. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, these essentially turn into like... Oh, this is like a wave mode now.
I was wondering, because I saw it say something about waves, and I'm like,
Yeah, so this is one of the other things you can do where you find hideouts. See how well that works?
yeah.
So now they're webbed up, but they're not incapacitated yet. I don't know if you have this move yet, but one of the things you'll want to do is you'll want to buy... Essentially the thing that lets you grab a webbed up person and swing them around like a weapon, and then you can throw them at a wall and they'll stick. Because you can typically get 3 or 4 people after a focus bar web attack. Ooh. And the finishers are great too. But no, that was a good time for wrestling. I like that.
Yeah. It was definitely, like, once they switched to WWE, that's when they started to go downhill.
And that was around that time.
And, I mean, I get it from a standpoint of, it's definitely something kids tend to watch more than adults.
And if you're an adult, you watch it because it's nostalgic, or you like the moves, or...
Let's see what I can do to
Yeah,
cut
so
down-
the
Or
switch...
for your kids. Like, Rudy would watch it with me because, you know, kids.
Yeah, so to switch to a more family-friendly approach, I understand.
Yeah, because it was definitely aimed more towards adults back in the day, but it is taking definitely more of that. Let's aim it towards kids route.
Yeah. And then, for me, it was kind of... Once Triple H had his second big injury that caused him to leave... Because like we were saying, at that point, like, so many people were leaving, or that I was used to watching. It was like he was kind of that last one keeping me...
Keeping you there.
invested, and then
Dang, looks like they called
once
the
he was gone, it was like, yeah, I don't really have much of an interest anymore.
Yeah, I get that.
Because I was like, I don't have anything personal against John Cena, but as a wrestler, I did not like him.
Well, and this is the thing. So John Cena is a wonderful athlete. Like, he is really that muscular. He is really that good of an athlete. And I liked him as a wrestler. I rooted for him. Especially because that was during the time when they had that transition where a lot of the big names had to leave. And so they really built him up as him versus Vince McMahon.
Oh no,
Oh, you died.
my first death.
How dare you? It was him versus Vince McMahon. And so I remember watching that, and I remember watching the, like, Battle Royale where it was him in the ring, and, like, people just... He, like, cleared out the whole ring, and Vince McMahon was like, get back in there! Beat him up! And everybody, all the wrestlers just kind of stood back and were like, oh, fuck you, Vince. Like, he won. He did this. Because he didn't want him to have the title shot or whatever. But the funniest thing, and Matt talks about this, the funniest thing of John Cena being a wrestler is he's such a good wrestler, and he's a good actor, but he is not good at faking being hurt by somebody you know cannot hurt him. Because he's that muscular and big.
Well, that was the thing for me, like, from a wrestling standpoint, he actually isn't that good. Like, he really doesn't do much.
Yeah.
But he is entertaining. My thing was just it definitely got to the point where it was basically just always him winning.
And that's because they didn't have any big personalities left at that point. They tried a couple of people that didn't work out.
Yeah, so then it was like, okay, now I'm just tired of seeing it being him constantly.
And I think since then they've gotten new personalities that, you know, take the stage. Especially because Cena's not really doing it anymore. I don't think he's wrestling anymore.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
He's definitely doing more movies and acting. Which,
Yeah.
he did that movie Blockers. That was funny.
Yeah.
It was really funny to see John Cena in his big bulkiness, like, doing that movie. It was great.
Yeah. I kinda... Oh, just took a rocket to the face. Oh, no. No. Damn it.
Yeah, the electric batons are gonna take you for a spin. But no, on the subject of, like, they're real athletes, I mean, they get hurt a lot.
Yeah.
Matt's dad was telling me about the Mick Foley Undertaker cage match, which I hadn't seen.
Oh, you didn't see that?
No, his tooth goes through his nose?
Yeah.
Alright, we're gonna put this on the things we gotta watch. I'll pull it up, because you know it's probably on YouTube or something.
Oh yeah, you can watch the whole thing up there. Yeah, it was definitely... Oh crap, I died again. I'm getting distracted now by Hell in the Cell. But, yeah, it was definitely one of the most memorable, like, things from back then, because...
Alright, it's down.
It was one of those things, like, he legitimately went up to The Undertaker and said, hey, I want you to throw me through, or, like, throw me off the cell. Like,
Yeah. Well, Matt's dad was saying, like, that was one of their first Hell in a Cell matches ever.
yep.
So they didn't really know how to do it. It was a bunch of just, like, chain link held together with wire ties that could barely support the two of the massive 6.5 footers. But yeah, I guess his tooth went through his nose.
Yeah, because he had him throw him off the cell, like, through the announcer table.
Right.
And then he got back up and went back up there, and then that's when the Undertaker kind of threw him again, only that time he then hit and went through the cell, and practically through the ring.
I know Matt's dad was saying that that Mick Foley said that normally, you know, wrestlers give and take to help the moves perform.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, you normally, like, if you're getting chokeslammed, you jump in the air to get more air.
Yeah.
And he's like, but I was so tired that I didn't jump for that one. And he's like, I'm lucky I didn't, because if I had jumped and gotten more air, he would have landed on his head.
Yeah.
And he could have died. I was like, shit.
That's just like when he lost his ear.
He lost his ear?
Like most of it.
What?
It was a very early wrestling
He looked
match.
like he had both when I saw him a couple weeks ago.
Like, the top part of it's still there.
Okay.
And I think they might have, like, rebuilt some of the...
Reconstructed it.
Like, but yeah, like, there's a while there. Like, you can find pictures of, like, how much of it's missing. But it's because,
You get Mike Tyson'd, or what happened?
It was an early match of his. He was supposed to be, like, thrown through the, I didn't mean to do that.
Like fish in a barrel.
I wanted to do that. But he was supposed to get thrown...
Oh, God.
Wow.
David, come on. David! Just jump up there. Stop using your webs. Use your legs.
Spider-Man doesn't use his legs. We found that out when he tried to walk 10 feet.
And now you're done.
Except for when he kicks people through things. But yeah, he was basically, like, was supposed to be, like, thrown through the ropes, but have it, you know, where they kind of... The rope twist on them the way they get caught in it, like they're being choked.
Okay.
But the ropes were way too tight, so there was no give in it. So, like, he got caught in it, was literally getting crushed, and then when he kind of got out, it completely ripped off the... So he was just bleeding all over the place.
Oh my God, that's so rough.
Keep an eye out and report in if you see
And then,
anything
yeah, like,
suspicious.
I know, like he said
Oh,
afterwards,
you got a new suit.
they took him to the,
Oh, you leveled up, that's why.
Yep. They took him to the hospital, and he had, like, the leftover part of his ear, like, in a baggie.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
I think it's Defender is the one that lets you use the web throw. Maybe not. Maybe it's an Innovator. No, but that would be good to have if you start using the items, because you'll... One of these allows for you to pick up enemies and throw them. Maybe it's Web Slinger. No. 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 Oh, is it the Wrecking Ball to the left? One down.
Oh. No.
Yep, that's it.
Oh.
That's the one. Oh no, it's that one. You throw an enemy now.
Cool.
Yeah, so it's that one. Once
So-
you can, one level.
Yeah, next time I level up.
Oh god. Fun times talking about wrestling. Wrestling. Which that South Park episode of wrestling is probably one of the best episodes of South Park, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the Ben Reilly suit. Scarlet Spider. That's a good suit. It's 90s magic. They're good suits. They have pretty much every suit you want. Almost every suit. And we'll talk about the one that they don't have at the end of the game.
If If I'm gonna find all of
Well, there's a
construction
story
sites,
reason why they don't have
I
it.
should recalibrate my mapping software to be more accurate.
Oh, you leveled up, David. You can get your thing.
Depth-mapped post-process
It's a very,
on photos of popular landmarks
precarious
should do it.
spot to just hang all of them
Just the
from.
one
The
to
cops don't get there in time, and the web dissolves. Ah!
Like, some of them will probably land, but the others, like, the one right there that's legitimately over this railing.
They're gonna splat.
Like, why not, you know, over here in the middle of the building?
That's the dream.
Not missions. There we go. Yeah! Wait, did that just say a new suit again?
Yeah, probably. Oh, yeah, that's the MK2. That's his bomb defusing suit.
Nice.
Or is it? The MK1 and the MK2. One was bulletproof and one was for bomb defusing.
This one's bulletproof.
Yeah, this came from the Big Time storyline by Dan Slott.
Stop saying new on things. I don't like that.
Yeah, you're gonna get new moves as you progress, but yeah.
Yeah, I should probably read that instead of just mashing square. But I guess, I mean, most...
I mean, for the most part, it's squares or triangles.
Yeah. Seeing a circle as your dodge and...
Yeah, the combat's really gonna be once you web up a person. Like, that's the big thing, because then you can throw them and do stuff. So you want to go see the city? We should go to that landmark.
Hey, are you gonna change your ways? No more crime?
Alright. Later, guys!
I hope the cops get there in time. If not, it could be really awkward.
Doesn't the web swinging just feel so nice?
It does.
Wall run!
Peter, good news.
Me, I would definitely like accidentally slam into the side of a building.
Yeah.
Get too much momentum and be like, oops.
That's fantastic, Doc.
You George of the Jungle that?
Yeah.
Provisionally, as long as our little
Oh yeah, you're in an unknown part of the city now, so you'll probably want to do the cop stuff.
Definitely. It'll go great. We're gonna change the world, Doc.
You're gonna change the world, Doc!
Good old Empire State. Man, I love this town. Time to grab a snapshot.
You're gonna grab a snap. Oh, they're gonna show you how to take pictures. So now you want to aim it at the Empire State Building?
I don't
Right in
want
front of you.
At a specific... Well, let me get
So hold L2,
Damn it, come back, plane.
and once it's green, you just take the picture.
Can't another plane fly by. I wanted to get it in the background. Oh,
There's another plane.
that's actually a really bad shot.
Do it! Take the picture! Wow.
It was R1. Damn it.
Wow! Wow, David!
I thought it was R2.
That's almost as embarrassing as Peter!
Putting the bugle. God, how much I enjoy it. Should keep an eye out for more landmarks to shoot.
Oh, I'm never gonna live that one down.
Can I get a redo planes? Come on. Come on.
Huh. It's Mr. Lee.
Oh,
Hello?
Yeah.
that's better.
It's Martin Lee. I just wanted to let you know we need a little extra time to
Oh,
get
yeah,
there.
now you have to do it. Yeah.
I guess the cake delivery is stuck in traffic.
Oh, sure thing. Just let me know when you're ready and I'll
Martin
swing
Lee.
by.
Good old Martin Lee.
Great. Talk to you soon.
So,
Okay, got some time to kill.
you got some time to kill.
Let's see
I
what's
would
happening
suggest
out
just
in the
doing the cop stuff. Oh yeah, you do get side missions too. So if you go into your pause menu, you can pick a side mission and do those if you want.
Alright.
Those will also help you gain experience, stuff like that. Cause it's a good old time.
Did I just land on a cop?
You did. How dare you?
Let me just...
Attention local units.
Oh god, I thought the cop was about to call in on you. Attention all units, I'm being assaulted by Spider-Man. Bring me pictures.
This is not what I was... I gotta go further up. Where is it?
It's right there.
Oh.
It's that red tower. Right
I was
in front of you.
expecting it to be something much bigger.
That's what she said. Speaking of The Office,
Just can't believe I just drop kicked the cop.
that when you're Spider-Man.
That just would not go over well in real life.
Okay, so the green things, like that look like two rectangles, those are photo ops where you can take pictures of buildings, and they're also experience points. Those in the backpacks are the easiest things. So like, you're right, out in front of it, You could easily just take a picture of the front of that building.
Sorry, guys. I'm still working on my landing. You know, it's fine.
Attention units. Report.
Hi, Mr. Lee.
Hey, Peter, we're all set for the party whenever you're ready.
Cool. I'm on
He
my way.
literally just called you and said, "Hey, no rush."
I know. Let me get a picture of all the skulls. Keep hitting R2 and stuff.
I did that for a while too, yeah. And so those are easy experience points.
I guess I can go get this backpack.
Get the backpack! I will go ahead and order the Chinese because it'll be here by the end of the episode if I do it now. You just want... What? What type of chicken? Or if you want chicken.
Chicken's good.
Want General Chicken, Sesame Chicken.
I'll do the general chicken again.
Do the General Chicken? You want the combo or you want the big one?
Same as last time.
Alright, 2 biggins.
Yeah. I feel like I ran right past this. There it is. No, that's not it.
Add 2 bag. Plus the tip.
Are you on the other side? Backpack.
Alright, it has been ordered. You can PayPal me.
All units.
Unless you have cash.
Robbery reported.
But you
Please
can pay.
respond.
I might actually
Nearby
have cash.
officers, please
Oh, wow.
proceed to the Bryant area.
I feel like I'm really blind here. No, it's got to be around here somewhere.
The backpack?
Yeah.
If it's not up top, it could be underneath. Check the side right there. Oh, here, this will help it be easier. If you go in, and if you do that, now you should...
Oh, yeah.
Now you can see where it is. It's below you.
All units. Civilians are trapped following a vehicle collision. Officers in Murray Hill.
Like,
stand
far
by for
below is
further
47
instructions.
meters
Okay.
down. So it's probably in an alleyway.
Yeah.
There it is.
I did go right by it. Damn it.
That was me.
Okay.
It's Grubhub.
I could never give
Not
this
sponsored.
type spider tracer enough range to be useful. But I did adapt the tech into my web traps, which really come in
It
handy.
is being prepared. Woo! That was a cool view. So something else you can do is you can actually take screenshots, like camera mode, with the PlayStation screenshot feature. So you can like turn out, like pause, it'll pause the game, you can move the game camera around, put on filters and stuff.
Nice.
Yeah, my buddy was really good at doing that.
Yeah, some people really are.
I'm not.
No.
So I don't know if you want to finish out this section of the city with the police towers, because there's 2.
Yeah.
And then go down to Martin Lee, or just head down to Martin Lee. That's your call.
I was just thinking that. I was like,
I mean, you will travel all over this city, so if you don't do it now, you can do it later, because you will be back and forth all over this town.
yeah. I kind of assumed as such. There's really no point in having such a big map if it's like, yeah, I never come over here.
My buddy, Brian, is from New York, and he said they did a really good job of, like, the scale.
All units be
Like, the
advised.
city
Armed
feels
robbery
big.
in progress.
Mm.
Converge on Grand Central.
And, I mean, it's still unrealistic how quickly you can get from one side to the other,
Yeah.
but it feels big. It feels like a big, living city.
Hi, Mr.
Whoa,
Muggins.
what
This
did you
is
do?
about the
Oh,
rent.
I was like, why are you doing this? Bad guys.
Wait, I get paid at the end of the
Why
week.
don't you try Web Blossom on that one?
Let's kick it up a notch.
I tried, and he didn't do nothing at the first time.
Say goodnight.
See, look how easy that was when you just
Yeah.
walk into a small area and go,
Good day.
you just shoot everywhere. That was inappropriate.
Yeah. So, your store is saved. You might have a lot of cleanup, and you know, all your goods are now easily
Tainted.
available to be stolen without your window. But you know,
Does he even have a door?
I don't think.
Oh, he does. It's a weird L shape. Like, you go
Yeah.
in one, in the other. Oh, God.
What the? Where the hell did y'all come from?
So sometimes you might just get assaulted by, like, random henchmen. So, like, those would be, like, the Kingsmen. Those are Kingsmen from the comic book movie. No, those are, like, Kingpin's guys.
Why don't you just stay here with these guys?
Undercover Fisk thugs will attack Spider-Man on sight.
Excuse me.
Oh, I didn't know you could do that.
Like how I'm reading about him while this guy's trapped to the.
I could just see Spider-Man opening the newspaper and leaning up next to it, like.
Yeah. So this is your boss, huh?
Did you guys read? Did you read Snoopy today? Did you read Peanuts?
Yeah. We could be a while. The response time takes a bit.
Family Circus. Peter would read Family Circus. Let's be honest. Nothing against Family Circus. Peter would read it.
Granted, I get the feeling he might read a whole lot of things.
That's true.
Yep.
Peter actually strikes me as like a Calvin and Hobbes kind of guy.
Yeah.
Garfield.
Definitely.
I hate Mondays kind of a thing. Hey, look, there's a backpack literally feet from you.
I ran right over it to get to this. Just imagine you work here and you're like looking up to see this backpack just...
Would you leave it? I would leave it. Because I'd look at it and go, okay, so either this is a really big spider's backpack, or this is Spider-Man's backpack.
Yeah.
Either way, I'm not touching it.
With a really nasty gym shirt.
Smells like any gym ever. Speaking of gym stories, I have a story that I don't know if you remember or not, because you might not have been in my gym class in middle school.
Please proceed to
I don't
Cathedral.
think
I
I
don't think you were.
was.
So, not to name this person on recording, because I'm not going to out anybody this way. I'm not outing them.
We'll call them Bob.
I'll type the name. Remember him?
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, so we'll...
Bob. So Bob here. Back in 6th, 7th grade, right? You know, any guy's locker room smells.
Yeah.
Like, it's just, guys stink. I don't, like, they're nasty. Yeah, those two guys are gonna break free. My brain died. I gotta get better at telling these stories because my brain's just dying halfway through it.
So, Jim,
Bob. So 6th grade, I think it was 6th grade.
how did you get over here?
6th or 7th. You know, it was those shitty like gym lockers.
Yeah.
In middle school.
Because it was what, like, you had the...
activity.
I think it was like
top 5.
They were like
top
these.
and bottom.
No, they were like
no,
eight
it was the
they were
full
like 8
size.
in a row. The gym lockers, not
Yeah.
the lockers in the hallway. The gym
Yeah,
lockers.
but yeah, it was these little tiny lockers that everybody had to be
They were
right
like
next to each
a
other.
foot and a half deep, right? They were like a foot to a foot and a half deep. But with like opening wise, they were only 6 by like 8 inches big.
Yeah.
And of course, you didn't take your gym clothes home every day because you'd be washing them every day.
Yeah.
So you take them home at the end of the week.
They
right?
only give you one.
Yeah.
For,
So you take them home at the end of the week to wash over the weekend, and some people didn't. Some people took them home like every 2 weeks because you had 2 weeks at gym and then 1 week of health, and so that's when they take them home. And some people just never took them home, and those people smelled like ass. And I pride myself on smelling well. Like, I like smelling good. I hate stinking. Like, I'll go through 2 shirts a day because I don't like to stink if I sweat a lot. But no, so there was this one time, we're in gym, it's after class, we're changing, and it smells. And we can't figure out what's going on. It stinks so bad. And everybody's looking around trying to figure it out. And Bob took a can of Axe body spray and just sprays the whole locker room to try to mask the odor. Well, this is the thing about Axe body spray. It stinks.
yeah.
And it does not mask stinky smells this bad. Because we then found the source of the stank. Apparently, we don't know who this was. It wasn't Bob, that I know of. Apparently, somebody took a towel and shit
Oh, God.
in the towel and then stuck it in a locker.
Just why?
And so it had been permeating in that locker the entire gym class. And we came back to this stank. And it was just, I will never forget that.
I'm quite glad I was not in your,
In my gym class,
That is just uncalled for.
completely uncalled for. But no, the other bad thing about a men's locker room is Not so much in high school or middle school, because I was talking to my dad about this the other day. We didn't have to shower in middle school or high school. Our showers didn't even work. They used them for storage.
Yeah.
So you didn't shower in middle school or high school. It just wasn't a thing.
Nope.
You would shower when you got home. So one of the things that I was telling my dad about was that, yeah, we never showered. And then I told him about, brain dead again. I need to eat.
It's on its way.
So we never showered. Oh, and then I told him, like, but I have showered in a gym. Because the rec center. We shower at the rec center. Men's locker rooms are interesting because when you're young, you're more modest. You know, you try to change in a way, and if you have to change your underwear, you change quick so you don't have to, like, look at your bro's junk or anything like that. Apparently, once you hit the age of, like, 50, you just don't care. Because in a rec center locker room, any man over the age of 50 is just free balling it. They're walking from the locker to the shower with a towel over, just brain hanging out. And I was like, I remember being like 8 years old and that just like scarring me and being like, I don't want to see this. That is not a fun time for me.
Yeah.
Oh, a car. Oh, look. Perfect. Ah, damn it, David. He sets you up.
I know. The camera keeps like shifting awkwardly on my way down.
Yeah. You don't want to get a lot of height. You just want to keep going kind of at the level.
Yeah, I'm noticing. Ow! He didn't touch.
I think you have to point the stick in the direction you want to dodge. Because you can dodge left or right.
Makes more sense.
That's just rude.
And if you dodge in the direction he's in, then you can disarm him. I will say this. Realizing it, there are no female thugs in this game. They're all men.
Yeah. That has been very obvious so far. God damn it.
Look at that. I'm like, women can be thugs too.
Yeah.
Reinforcements.
I mean, at least the top of it.
What they call
Is that another?
organized
Oh,
crime.
that's a car. Okay.
You asked for it. A thing of beauty.
I love I just always see you go to grab something, you're like, R1. No, wait. Both. Ow.
That's it, huh?
That person on the bench was like, I was just texting my girl.
I didn't do it. Okay, now back to what I was trying to do before.
Which is the final police thing.
Oh,
Oh,
wait.
God. Oh, no, that's
No.
another burrow. You're done with this burrow.
I was like, wait a minute. No, I did get it.
So you can go do those three, or you can head over to the Martin Lee.
Yeah.
But we'll pick that up in the next one,
Yeah.
I guess.
Seems good.
Yeah. All right.
Officers respond. Witness reported